Yes, that is a ladder in the back of my room, and no, I will not be explaining why it is there. Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and today we are checking out Vision Quest. This is a movie that one of my patrons requested for a long time, and thank you so much for your patience. It is finally here, Vision Quest. Apparently this movie is kind of like The Karate Kid, except Matthew Modine is in it, so I'm really excited. I like Matthew Modine. I like The Karate Kid put it together. I think it's wrestling in this film. I think I'm going to enjoy it. I'm also back from my vacation, so after this film, I'm expecting regular 3 videos per week uploads to continue or to resume on my channel. Thank you so much for being very patient and just having the 2 uploads a week. I really enjoyed my vacation, but I'm really excited to be back watching movies with you guys. And since I don't have a light today, I can't really do the lighting, and the sun will be my light. But if I had a light, I actually don't know, I would have gone like a yellow, like a beigey yellow, just because the poster of this movie is very, very beige. And if you'd like to check out more of my reactions, you can head over to my Patreon with uncut reactions to many of the movies I watch on YouTube, as well as early access reactions to my movies that come out 1 week early. There are also 2 exclusive Patreon movies a month that you guys on Patreon get to choose, so thank you so much if you check it out. Now let's get back to the video. Okay, this video on Amazon Prime keeps playing of the movie. It's like this trailer, but it just keeps playing on repeat, and it's very distracting. So to get rid of this distraction, I'm just going to start the movie. So I hope you enjoyed my reaction to Vision Quest. I think this was made after The Karate Kid, when there was like a Karate Kid phase, maybe.
So I made this deal with myself. This is the year I make my mark.
Ah, he's so young. I've never seen Matthew Modine so young.
Now, anyone who wants to challenge the #1 man in his weight class, raise your hand.
I do, boss. I'll do it. Ah, let's go.
Billy, I want you to run the skills drill for me. Loudon, I want a word with you.
He's like, you better gain some weight again, you punk.
Shoot. Nobody wants to wrestle. Shoot. Loudon, you're out of your mind.
He does. Oh, gets slammed. Give up. Yeah, let's go. Difference with Karate Kid already is that this guy's already good at what he does. Oh, it's based on a novel. Oh, that's cool. This man has been running for years. It's a cycle through the seasons 8 times by the time he's made it home.
I know, it smells great in here.
Dude, I hope he had deodorant in that locker, or else he's gonna be stinky.
Yeah, you could end up getting crippled.
Think so, huh?
What if he does? What if he does?
It's mainly a matter of getting the mind into the muscles. I use it a lot when I'm on the road.
Really?
It looks very relaxing, actually.
6 hours thinking about my life and stuff before I finally drop off.
My name's Kevin.
And I will be your Tai Chi instructor for today.
Let me show you how it's done, Loudon.
What'd I say?
Step on to the right. Sort of stack your hands like that over the knee.
It feels almost like, if anyone's seen Avatar The Last Airbender or anything like that, like water bending, you know? It feels like you're flowing like water.
I think I got it now. I'll try it on my own when I get a chance.
You want to come up later when you're off duty?
Oh, let's not. That's a little creepy.
Shit, I couldn't beat you on my best day. You work there?
I thought he was gonna start beating him up.
Oh yeah? Got me a clue, man. How do I do that?
Because I ain't gonna be in that division too long.
Aww.
A gift. Hey, Coach never forgets a gift, man.
I like Koosh. I thought he was gonna be like really angry that he lost, but he seems like a nice guy.
Honor, man. The secret will die with me.
The movie reminds me of Rocky meets the Karate Kid. More Karate Kid, but the training suit, like the gray sweatsuit, reminds me of Rocky, and he's just running it through the streets.
Sure, Otto.
What good is it gonna do the team?
I don't know, maybe no good at all.
How big is wrestling? Is it big, like this movie is portraying it to be big?
I'm gonna do an editorial on it for the school paper. When determination becomes
Cannot figure out his
insanity.
name. People keep saying it, and I don't understand what it is. Loudon. Oh.
I've been hearing strange things about you, you know?
Yeah, well, it's getting kind of blown out of proportion.
Oh, put this guy in the NBA.
Do that.
Well, sometimes you got to, remember?
This is like one of them times.
Well, something bad's gonna happen to him. Everyone keeps talking about injury or overextending. Something bad's gonna happen.
You're losing it! You wimp!
I had a talk last night with the Everywhere Spirit. It looks like he had a talk with just about everybody.
Oh, he's a little mad at you there, Cooch.
So last night, man, I smoked a pipe. And I had a session with the Everywhere Spirit.
What are you even doing? You're on a vision quest, man. You're trying to find your place in the circle.
Ah, that's why the movie's called Vision Quest.
Coming, I guess. They take one look at you and say, oh boy, fresh meat.
Yeah, they do.
Who the hell are you?
Loudon Swain. My father, he was the one with...
She's like, what a dumb name, Loudon. Sorry to any Loudons out there.
Onions on that?
He kind of looks like an astronaut. He's going on a space mission tomorrow.
See, I'm just kind of naturally curious. I'm gonna be a doctor up in outer space.
A doctor up in outer space. He's wearing an astronaut suit. Wow.
Draft age is 3 days ago. I was kind of wondering how old you were.
You're gonna ask her out on a date?
21.
Oh, we're the same age.
She doesn't have any transportation or any place to stay or anything, and I was wondering, maybe we could ask her to stay with us, you know? Just...
Aw, you have a crush.
It's just helping another person who's down on their luck.
That's all I'm saying.
Have you got a place to stay?
I was planning on leaving this dump in my own car.
The answer is no.
Hey, is this a problem for anybody?
What?
Is this a problem for anybody?
No.
It's actually a great thing for Mr. Loudon. I might change the lighting in here because the sun's getting bright on the TV. So if I close... Now I can see the TV clearly because the sun was on it. I couldn't see anything.
3.
They do this after every meal, you think? Or after every shift?
Becoming an exobiologist.
I thought you wanted to become a doctor.
Yeah, I did too.
I forgot, I'm sorry.
You what? How could you forget something like that?
I got a lady at home.
All right, but you run the risk of pissing off the spirits, man, which is not the thing to do.
Oh, he's gonna be pissing off someone in the future.
Keep from biting the guy's throat off. That's what I hear.
I can't wait to see the shoot character.
Oh, Carla? This here's Cooch.
He's like, introduce me.
Keep me up. Can I have a spoon?
You can look at the spoon while you get it. His bedroom looks like a prison cell.
What kind of artist?
Good one. You know, canvas and paint, that kind of
Good.
artist.
Good answer.
Guess I better be getting off to school.
Get something in your stomach.
Yeah, literally eat what she's made first.
Sit down. So,
What if he doesn't lose all that weight? He's not going to be able to fight shoot.
The man was involved. Why you always gotta talk about it?
What? He was asked.
How's he giving him the big one? I'm not lending him my cock.
So how about lending me your nose? I'll blow up the state of Montana.
What I'm learning from this movie is never tell anyone called Coot anything.
It could be worse.
Oh my god, that's crazy. How?
Hey, shoot!
Careful, Mom.
That's shoot? Oh my god. You don't want to fight this guy. He's carrying a log up bleachers.
I hope so too.
So I can crush your spine.
He was weird? Christ, you should talk. Look at the way you're eating that hamburger. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous, for Christ's sakes, will ya?
I can't. I'm in love.
Oh, with Kevin and 445? Yo, maybe...
I'm in love, so I gotta rearrange this burger. What?
Becoming a gynecologist.
A cruise doctor in outer space? Man, you're flipping out.
Yeah. Yeah, you're far out, man. No, she's gonna walk in on you. Don't do this. No, don't do that.
Look, Carla. I just was getting a shirt.
You think she's ever gonna talk to you again now? Oh, she's really made this room her home.
it's Vivaldi.
Yeah, Vivaldi. He's great.
You have no idea who it is. It's you.
It's really fantastic. I mean, not just because it's me, it could be anybody, but you're an artist already.
No, that's really good. That's really good. Interesting that she's
You
showing a
look
picture
very
of him, though. Maybe a little like there? Oh!
Thanks for showing me the drawing.
Does she like him a little bit? I think maybe she does.
I don't know, I was here all last summer. Shot up to almost 200 pounds picking out on ribs and beer. Good start.
You want to dance?
Carla.
Why are you here? This is the perfect moment for something to happen.
Not a half bad dancer.
Thanks.
She's literally just going like this.
Really? One with the mustache was top rider at Calgary last year. Still.
Calgary represent! I don't live in Calgary, but Canada represent.
Maybe tonight I'm just a chick. Thanks for the dance.
No, the song's not over yet. Come back. Oh, Carla's home.
Winning state champion at 168 pounds, Brian Shoot.
Oh, shoot, 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 shoot. He does not look like he's 168 pounds. He literally looks like a behemoth man. I'm almost 168 pounds. He's like, man, I got some training to do.
What heart heard of, ghost guessed, the blight man was born for. Does anybody understand a word of it?
Because I don't.
I figure the girl in the poem's about my age. What she's really sad about is that she's beginning to realize that she's gonna die someday too.
Is that a good thing to realize, or I think maybe we'd be better off not thinking about it?
You might go through life thinking you got plenty of time. You put off the really important stuff till later, and
Oh, I like this.
That's not bad, Loudon. It's not bad at all.
Yeah, Loudon's got a brain.
Straight. I think I love you.
Wow.
Drink this.
You need to eat more. You're destroying your body.
nah, I'm the victim of a screwed up nitrogen
I
balance.
thought he was faking the faint for a second. That might be why I laughed.
Excellent. That's the way to finish it, Bulldozer.
Oh, she came. She came to practice.
This place is the pits. The smell in there isn't even human.
No, it probably smells horrible.
Why do you want to get smaller and wrestle a small guy? Want to get bigger and wrestle a big guy?
You don't understand. This small guy is huge.
I'll see you later. Home.
Did he go in for like a full-on kiss there? I saw his head moving forward.
Step right.
Stepbrother isn't a good sign that she actually likes you, though. Just saying, Loudon.
I saw him take McLean for a fall without even working up a sweat.
He just wants the challenge. Let him have the challenge.
Well, it's not your decision, Loudon, it's mine. And the answer is no.
No.
That looks really hard. I'd love to try it once, though. Ah, Loudon, Loudon, Loudon. That's kind of epic.
All right, Loudon, you win. I never had a wrestler starve on me. Don't be the first.
I love shots of characters running. I don't know why. Something's so cool about them.
I love you, Carla!
Be funny if she was home.
20th century. Where do you get your ideas?
Well, I've been thinking a lot about that stuff lately.
Ah! I loved your piece on the clitoris. I showed it to my mother.
And what'd she think?
What do you know about the clitoris?
Well, I don't know what it looks like exactly, but I kind of know where it's at. Sort of.
That's literally most guys. What, blood? Are you okay? What's happening? Oh, your nose is bleeding. You're straining yourself too much. Your body is dying slowly.
What? You gonna tell Coach? No, and if you tell him, I swear I'll kill you, man.
Never trust this guy. This guy says everything. Carla's in there with the teacher. Oh my days. No way. The teacher's making moves on her. Now he's training through anger. Use that anger.
Look, unless you want to see more than you bargained for, you better beat it.
I've seen naked men.
Dude, this man is jacked.
You fucking Karen, why did you fuck me, huh?
Don't you ever try that again!
That was the worst move you could have ever done in your life.
I'm sorry, okay?
Don't really know. Sorry, it's gonna take a little bit of time for that to heal.
You think that you're hot shit, don't you?
Oh no.
Bum!
Did you just say that? What did you say?
What's the matter with you, kid?
Punch the dad in the face.
One thing, I ain't no fucking Indian. It's just shit I made up in my head.
You made that up?
Once Carla caught me with my nose in her panties.
Yeah, she did. It was pretty bad. Be cool if that guy started breakdancing in the middle of the circle.
Championships, the Thompson High School Warriors.
Yeah, Thompson, Thompson, Thompson. What are they gonna do? Have like a dance battle? Oh, nice. Oh, not nice. Ah, she came. And that shot alone, she reminded me of the lady from Elf. The main lady from Elf. She just looks like her. They told you to defend that move. And what did you do? Not defend the move.
178 pounds, Lewis Smith.
You can beat Lewis Smith in your dream. Oh, nice. Oh, nice, Loudon. I'm confused by what they were doing right there. Oh, his nose.
Take your position. Caution on Lewis Smith.
Can he wipe his nose first?
He's all right.
So why are they starting like this now, where one of them's on the ground instead of they're both standing up? Oh, yeah! Let's go!
Hold it right here. Coach!
London, you need to not die.
Lewis Smith, the win.
Why are you cheering so loud? Lewis Smith was literally gonna lose. He knows it. He knows he was gonna lose. What the heck? Jump scare.
60 seconds on the mat and you're dog meat.
Forget the mat. I'm ready.
Look how cool he thinks he is walking away like that.
Aren't you starving? Yeah, but I'm used to it by now.
You literally are killing yourself, slowly.
Tanneran's a great guy if you want to know the truth. You know, he could have played pro basketball if I was...
I said he should play pro basketball. He's gonna be thinking about that for years. Oh, I bet that would crack your back so nicely.
Don't dog it, man.
Oh, but also I bet that would hurt your head.
What?
This movie may be sponsored by Tide.
Oh, God. Put your head back.
That was funny, actually.
Hasn't been feeling too well. I'd go myself, but I've got a job interview lined up.
Oh, good for you.
It's my traveling music tape.
Traveling music tape. I love it. Soundtrack's awesome.
I always have this one dream, and there's this girl, and we're like, what girl?
You, Carla.
Is it turning you on? Maybe. Really?
Loudon.
You know what turns me on? Really big hands. Kind of when they hold you, you really feel held.
He's like, I have big hands.
There's a gas station.
He's always positioning his hand.
I'm still a virgin. I could have done it when I was in 8th grade.
8th grade? That's so young.
I don't know why it's so embarrassing. I mean, is it so terrible for a guy my age to still be a virgin?
No, not at all.
You know that sexual intercourse burns up 200 calories a shot?
That's one way to look at it.
He's really implying.
Sure, if you're a girl. If you're a boy, it counts for just about everything.
This relationship that they have is very interesting.
They give me these things down to the vets. Spoils, the trench warfare.
My God, this man is still living in the 1800s.
You have a lifetime left. Why waste it missing what's already gone?
It does seem morbid, doesn't it?
What about wrestling, college and stuff? What about vision quests?
There's the title again. Hey! What a place for a makeout sesh. I feel like the man did not lose any pounds, and he's eating some pizza. He's not gonna get to fight Shooter, or Shoot, or whatever his name is. Whoa, whoa, whoa! He's gonna lose his pounds like this.
The weight. And get on the mat with the shoot guy and see it through the way you always planned to.
Yeah, do it.
Not sticking it to Carla, like I thought you were.
He's like, oh, but I was trying to.
All right, fellas, let's circle it up.
I like that poster in the background. Win, 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 win. Wait, this looks like a lot of fun. I want to do this. Oh no, what if she's gone? What if she's gone? Why? What happened? Who? There he is, the Beast. Not Mr. Beast, just the Beast. This man is no way 168 pounds. He's jacked. He's like 300 pounds of pure muscle.
Of course I took a night off, dummy. Is this the night you wrestle Shoot?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's not that big a deal, Elmo. I mean, it's 6 lousy minutes on the mat, if that.
I'm watching what this guy can do with a ball on his feet. No, he jumps up in the air and flips into a somersault and kicks the ball in, upside down and backward. Everybody's screaming in Spanish. Here, sitting alone in my room, I start crying. The rest of us sad-ass human beings up to a better place to be, if only for a minute. I tell you, kid, it was pretty goddamn glorious.
I love that story. That's a pep talk. That's a pep talk. Let's go! Right, Huxley? That's a pep talk. It's about what happens in those 6 minutes. Yeah! Yeah!
Ryan, shoot.
Step on to accept your forfeit, please. 68 pounds even. Step off, please.
Man had any guts, he'd be here.
If you had any good dude.
Oh, let's not start a fight right now, boys. He's here. He's here.
This is our 168 Loudon Swain.
Yeah.
Get him, Loudon.
It'd be funny if he's 169 and they don't allow him on.
You're over, son. Step off, please. I'll double check the scale.
Damn.
Take the shirt off, bud. Yeah, I was gonna say, underwear would add some pounds.
168 even.
There, let's go, let's go. They're also all hugging.
All right,
him.
listen
He
up a
was
second,
just
fellas.
butt naked, just boom, balls out to the world.
You out there now? Now where, Cooch? You gotta go for all the answers. Vision Quest. I don't even know the questions. You don't have to.
You just gotta do what you feel is right, Loudon.
Good, I was afraid I'd see 20 bare-ass boys.
You could've, you almost did.
Make the weight?
Just took off.
One sec. Let me watch this conversation, Hux.
Just think people ought to do what they set out to do.
Yeah.
I just didn't know how to say goodbye.
Saying goodbye is one of the hardest things to do. I actually had to say goodbye to my brother today. He went to Newfoundland for probably 11 months, which is wild. Newfoundland, by the way. I'm in British Columbia, Newfoundland. Really far away. Should up on a map if you'd like.
So would I.
Actually, you're ruining this emotional moment. Okay, I'm gonna let her
Loud.
out.
Kick his ass.
Yes! In the red corner, we've got... No. Whoa. Doing some breakdancing moves. What? He's actually so jacked. What the heck? Loudon, Loudon, Loudon.
Weight class with 9 straight pins, Ryan, shoot.
Boo!
Timer's ready.
Beat this punk. He's lasted more than like 5 seconds, and that's already a win in my books. You guys got to be louder for Loudon. Let's go!
Get set. Let's run.
See, I'm a little confused about this. I don't know why they start like this. No. Loudon, you're kind of sucking right now. Come on, Loudon. Oh, ayo, ayo, mayo, let's go. 4-4 now. Oh. 6-6, baby. Okay, so do they take turns starting on the ground then? Ow. Oh, slam dunk. That seems like an illegal move there, buddy. If he's resorting to illegal slams, you know he's worried. I also love the synthy music in this movie. I like for the fight at least. Oh, hey! Hey, take it easy. Oh, that was sick. That was sick. Not his nose again. I'm so confused if Cooch's name is Cooch or Coot.
Come on, get out there and do it!
Come on, Loudon. Loudon, 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 Loudon.
Ryan, shoot. 13, Loudon Swain, 9.
It's about what you can do in these last seconds. Ah! Punch him! You can't punch him in wrestling, what am I saying? Oh! Oh, the wraparound with the arm! Flip him like a pancake! Ah, get slammed, son! Tap the ground, son! Ah, takedown KO! I'm proud of you, Loudon. I'm proud of you, Loudon. I'm gonna freeze frame it. What'd I say? What do you think about that ladder? Was it good? My ladder doesn't talk that much. And that was my reaction to Vision Quest, the 1985 drama, romance, wrestling film starring Matthew Modine, Linda Fiorentino, I probably butchered that name, Michael Schoeffling, and Frank Jasper. Oh, and also apparently Madonna's in this movie. I had no idea. Apparently she's a singer at the club. I just saw Madonna and I was like, Madonna's in this movie? Apparently it is Madonna. And apparently Forrest Whitaker's in this movie as well, which is crazy because he's a great actor, but I didn't notice him. But wow, what the heck? Madonna and Forrest Whitaker just somehow in this movie? That's crazy. I really enjoyed that movie. I thought it was like The Karate Kid in many ways, although it was different enough for it not to be like a ripoff of The Karate Kid, but it does feel like it was in the same vein as The Karate Kid. You know, it had some Rocky vibes in there as well, especially with his gray tracksuit for a bit as well. It was kind of like a little bit of Rocky, a lot of Karate Kid, mix it together with some originality and stuff like that, and some wrestling, and you get Vision Quest. You know, I'm not quite sure exactly when The Karate Kid came out, but this feels like almost a response to The Karate Kid, but I'm not 100% sure on that. There were definitely a lot of things that I liked about this movie, and I'll get into them, the score being one of them. I really liked the score. I thought the wrestling was really cool. I really liked Matthew Modine's character as well, and I liked the rash decisions that were made throughout this film because of how old the characters were and stuff like that. I thought some of the camera work was really good in this movie, but there were also things that I wish this movie had improved upon, the wrestling being one of them. Not the choreography of the wrestling, but just explaining wrestling to a general audience who probably or potentially have no idea anything to do with wrestling. You know, I don't know anything about wrestling. I don't know how popular it is. I don't know the moves. I don't know how the point systems, how they work and stuff like that. And this movie definitely enables you to pick up on some things about wrestling, with like the points, like getting taken down is 2 points like that, and standing up after one of those starts is 1 point, and a KO and the match is finished, you know, even if you're losing by a certain amount of points. But it doesn't explain a lot of other aspects to it, like why they start in these specific positions and why they do certain moves and stuff like that. It doesn't really explain that, and so I found myself at times a little lost in the wrestling matches, trying to figure out what was happening, who was winning, who had the upper hand and stuff like that, instead of just being able to enjoy what I was watching because I fully understood what I was watching, you know? So I think if the movie had spent a little bit more time enhancing my knowledge of wrestling, I would have enjoyed the wrestling sequences even more. And I really enjoyed them. I was really hyped for the final wrestling sequence. I wish there were more wrestling sequences in there. I wish there was more training with the wrestling, more matches. I wish we got to see Shoot a lot more doing his wrestling matches, seeing him fight other wrestlers more, kind of like we see Johnny fight a lot of people in the first Karate Kid. He really seems like a threat to Daniel in the first Karate Kid movie, and you know, all the other Karate Kid villains as well, or antagonists as well. You see them fight throughout the movie. You see them win. You see them break people's legs. You see them cheat, be bad people. You know, you see that happen in all three of the Karate Kid movies. You see how good they are. But Shoot, you see how good he is once. You see him carrying a log on his back, and then you see him beat someone, and then all of a sudden you're just fighting him. You hear how good he is, but the movie never really shows you enough to make me really fear Shoot, besides that he is like this insanely jacked man. Like he's basically like Wolverine. Like he's jacked. But yeah, I think there were definitely things this movie could have improved upon, but I'll talk about those. I mean, I just talked about this one for a bit, I guess. There was like one or two other things, which if I remember, I'll talk about them at the end of the review, but I like to get to some things positive because right now it sounds like I dislike this movie, but I actually did like this movie. So I'm going to get into some positives. I'll get into the scores of this movie first, like the reviews of this movie. Then I'll get into the score, which I really liked, the orchestral score of this movie, and the soundtrack I really liked in this film. The cinematography I'll get into and stuff, and then maybe if I have time at the end, some things I wish this movie could have improved upon. That's not about the wrestling because I just talked about that. So 6.6 out of 10 on IMDb, which is audience, and 60% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is critics. And so it seems like audiences and critics are very similar on this film. It seems like they both have kind of the same general likeness, I guess, towards how they like this film, and 6.6 I think is a fair score. I think if you're looking for just a fun, like feel-good sports movie, and if you like wrestling, or even if you don't like wrestling, I think this movie can still win you over. It definitely won me over on that aspect, but I think this is a fair score. I think there are faults with this movie, but I do think that this is a fine film to watch. Okay, so the soundtrack of this movie, which I'll talk about first, and then I'll talk about that cool synthy score after that was playing during the final wrestling match. But the soundtrack of this movie I thought was really fun. It pumped me up a lot. I liked some of the songs. One of the songs being a Madonna song, I guess, the one at the club. I really liked that song, and I've never heard it before. I don't really listen to Madonna, but crazy that's a Madonna. I can't even speak today. Crazy that is a Madonna song. Maybe I gotta start listening to Madonna because I really liked that song, that romantic song. I thought something was going to happen in that moment at the club. Maybe they're going to kiss or something like that, but nope, she just leaves the dance early, and then I was sad because the song was still playing, and I was like, she's like, thanks for the dance, and I was like, man, the song's still playing. You gotta stay till the end of the song at least. And obviously the final synthy score of this battle, this wrestling battle, it was so good. It just put me on the edge of my seat, put me in the mood to go Loudon, 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 which by the way, Loudon, what a weird name. I've never heard of someone called Loudon in my life. If you know a Loudon out there, please let me know, because Loudon is such a strange name to me. But if your name is Loudon and you're watching this movie reaction, I'm sorry that I think your name is strange. Yeah, but that score was just so good. It just kind of gave me 80s vibes, you know? It's just like fun 80s vibes. It's like this really cool, like adrenaline pumping synth score is playing in the background. I don't know. I really enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed the score for this whole film. I thought all the music in this movie was really good, and just kind of was very entertaining for me to listen to while watching this film. I also thought some of the cinematography was really good, and the camera work was really good as well. I really liked it. It felt like a fairly low budget movie, but they still managed to do quite a bit with the camera work in this. I really liked the tracking shots. There were a lot of tracking shots in this movie of characters running, like Matthew Modine's character Loudon running along the bridge or running along wherever he was running, because he ran a lot in this movie, but the camera was like following him along on the road, and I really like tracking shots. I have this thing for them, I guess. I don't know why I like them so much, but just watching characters run or move and a camera just following them along, or in a car or something and just following them along, I really enjoy those shots, and there were quite a few in this movie. When they kiss for the first time, Loudon and Carla, there's like these tracking shots as they're walking through the forest, but the camera's behind these branches and stuff, and then they come into a clearing, almost like they come into the moment, you know, they're being hidden behind this cloud, and boom, the moment their love has finally been revealed to the audience, been revealed to Loudon, you know, stuff like that. I really like that moment. I like that the stuff was in front of the camera, maybe insinuating what I just said, or maybe I'm just thinking too deeply into this, but I really like some of the camera shots in this movie. I thought the wrestling was filmed really well, not a lot of cuts, you know, and I was never confused about the actions that were happening. I could see everything. The thing I was confused about in the wrestling were just more so the rules and why they were doing certain things instead of what was actually happening on screen, because the action was filmed really, really well. Some really nice wides. The close-ups were close-ups for like these very important events. Some good use of slow motion at the right times, no overuse of it. I really liked all of that stuff with the camera work and how the action was filmed in this movie. I also really liked how Matthew Modine's character Loudon, and I guess I'll talk about him now because I'm going to talk about his character, but I liked how his character made a lot of rash decisions, and usually a very like rash character, they come off as unlikable, but he came off as very likable to me for some reason, even though he did some things that were very pervy or just very bad and stuff like that. It just gave me like high schooler, like 18-year-old. He is an 18-year-old in this movie, I guess, but you know, it's just like he's a kid. They even say this in the movie, like you're a kid. Carla says like, you're a kid, you're not going to get your face punched in or something like that. And I like that his actions kind of represented his age. You know, he didn't feel like he was older than he was supposed to be. Like he was so intellectual and like philosophical and stuff like that, that he was older than he was supposed to be. But he didn't feel like rash enough and stupid enough to be younger than 18. Like the actions that he were doing really reflected his age in this movie, and even though some of them were pretty bad, the one with Carla in his bedroom being definitely the worst thing that he did in this film, it's still like, it for some reason didn't make him unlikable, because he almost was learning from these things that he was doing and stuff like that, and even though they were bad things, they kind of represented his age in a way. And so I don't know, I just thought his character was very interesting, and I found him even though he was this very rash kid, he still had this more intellectual side to him, and you know, he wanted to be like the space doctor and stuff like that, and he's really good at wrestling. You know, there was definitely this other side to him as well, and I thought that his whole character kind of represented an 18-year-old boy very, very well. I guess another thing that I just didn't like about this movie, or wish this movie had done better, because I liked it in this movie, but I wish this movie had done a little bit better, was the struggle for him to lose the weight and the struggle and strain on his body. It just, everything felt like it came to him too easy. Like the coach saying no, for example. The coach said, no, I don't want you to go to 168 and stuff like that. You're not going to compete at 168. It's either you compete in your weight class or you don't compete at all. And then literally a minute later, after he does the peg thing, the coach is like, I've changed my mind. I've changed my mind. You lose that weight. You lose that weight. You proved me wrong. You know, I wish that took a little longer. I wish he had proved himself a little bit more somehow. Like the peg thing, I was like, oh, that's cool. But I feel like that's not enough to make the coach change his mind. Maybe it is. I mean, the peg thing is very, very impressive, but still. I mean, I think the peg thing shows like a good determination, like a grit, like I can do this, coach. But still, the coach's mind was so made up a minute before that it felt very weird that he just changed his mind so easily. And I wish that had taken a longer time. I wish that he had to struggle and work, and he was kind of almost going behind the coach's back to lose the weight. But then when the coach figured this out, he almost got confronted or something like that, proved himself then a little later in the movie. It would have just felt a lot more satisfying. And then his work up to the final encounter with Shoot as well, it wasn't as satisfying as it could have been. One, because Shoot was never really, he was talked about as being this really big guy and this really hard guy to fight, but we never really saw him fight. That was one reason. But two, Matthew Modine's character just kind of always kept winning, in a way, like, yes, he was having nosebleeds and stuff. Yes, he lost to that guy from Colombia, which is a loss, but he was winning that fight. It was the nosebleed that stopped him from winning the fight. And the only thing that could have stopped him from winning, or really the only thing that was kind of deterring him, or maybe could have been an issue for him going into that final fight, was going to be the nosebleeds. But it never, like, he nosebleeded once in the final fight. I thought they were going to do it a second time, and then it was almost going to be like a Daniel with the broken leg situation in the Karate Kid, where he's like, no, I can do this, don't count me out yet, and he comes back in. But they only did it once. The nosebleed thing never was, I guess, a very significant issue in the movie. It felt like it was leading up to something, but then the nosebleed thing was just kind of there to be this issue that he was having, but it never really amounted to much of a bigger issue, I guess. So there are things like that. It just felt like his whole journey, his whole vision quest, I guess, up to the final moments of this film, they just felt too easy. I wish there was more hardship in them, because then I would have enjoyed his climb to the top a lot more, even though I did enjoy it in this movie. Also, I would like to apologize for calling Kutch like Cooch and Coot and stuff like that in the film. I just could not figure out what his name was. I felt like that was what they were saying, but it was Kutch, so I'm sorry if that annoyed you. I think I'm just gonna also talk about Linda Fiorentino as Carla as well. I think she deserves to be talked about because she's in this movie quite a bit. I really liked her character in this film. The relationship between Matthew Modine, Loudon, and then Carla, I really am curious if the gender roles were reversed, because I know that in general he's 18, she's 21, and that's only a 3-year difference. I know that's not that big of a difference, but when you're 18 and someone's 21, that difference is actually a lot bigger than you realize. Like, someone coming straight out of high school going and then looking at someone who, for me, like, I'm going into the 4th year university, that is a big difference. And, you know, the maturity levels between 18 and 21 are very different. So while it may not seem that different to someone who's like in their 30s or their 40s, 3 years is not significant at all. That is not that bad. When you're younger, 18 to 21 is a big difference. So I'm wondering, if she was a guy and Matthew Modine's Loudon was a girl, and they just gender swapped, would Loudon be considered a creepy person because he's preying on this 18-year-old girl? It's just something I would like to think about, and something that is very interesting when you switch gender roles around. But I mean, I didn't find Carla creepy in this movie, so this is just more speculation than anything, just like food for thought, if you will. But like, don't really, just like have what I just said with like a grain of salt. But yeah, I enjoyed Carla in this movie. I did like the relationship that they had, and you know, she came for the final fight, and I really liked that. Also, her style in this movie, her outfits were really good. And yeah, that is my reaction and review to Vision Quest, the 1985 drama romance wrestling film. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to these wonderful, beautiful, amazing people right here for supporting me and supporting my channel. It really does mean a lot. If you have any other movie suggestions, please let me know. I have a really big list at the moment. I've planned out all my movies to like January, so if you suggest a movie, it probably won't be on there unless it's already on there until after January at the earliest. But I have a really cool amount of movies that I'm really excited to share for everyone for a while. You know, I'll be starting some franchises, already started Star Trek and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for my next movie reaction.